Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Negan killed type of theory case for video. In this one, we're going to be discussing and looking at the possibility that in the Season 6 finale, Last Day on Earth, Negan killed Eugene. And yeah, spoiler warning if you guys aren't caught up on The Walking Dead, or if you just don't want to know anything about it and don't want to hear me give my thoughts on this possibility. So I've done a bunch of videos on this already. We've done a top 5 where I count down top 5 most likely characters for the Negan death and why. I've got Eugene at number 4 on that list, and I've already done one of these videos for Abraham. And then, of course, in my kind of Who Did Negan Kill video, I did put Glenn as the top probability, I suppose. So in this one, number 4, Eugene. So why is he at number 4? Why do I think he's a possibility? And what have I heard from people in the last, since the finale aired, and what they're thinking about, how they're feeling about it? There's a lot of people that after the finale really thought that it was Eugene who was killed off by Negan, and I'm not 100% sure why. If you're one of those people, you can write your comments below. But we do have some reasons, or kind of a case for. So I'll put the link in the description to comicbook.com and Comic Book Resources. They both have articles on who did Negan kill, and they've got some kind of reasoning behind why Eugene is one of the most likely candidates for it. So number 1, the first reason, comicbook.com, is he gave the bullet recipe to Rick just in case. So this is before, they get all kind of trapped. You've got him, he drives the RV, and he goes off in a different direction, sort of as a distraction, so to speak, to kind of lure the Saviors away from Rick and the others and where they are. And as we find out near the end of the episode there, he actually does get captured as well. Before leaving, though, he does kind of make his peace, so to speak. He gives Rick the bullet recipe so that he's not really 100% necessary at that point after. I mean, it's his biggest contribution to the group that he's figured out a way in a tool shop to cast bullets that they can use to replenish their ammunition, which is a huge advantage in the zombie apocalypse, especially if they're going to be fighting against other groups that may not have any firearms, such as groups like the Wolves in the TV series version, and many other to come later on in the series as well, because bullets and guns become less, or ammunition's less and less supply as you go forward, and it's harder and harder to get. Many groups don't have any at all. So him giving Rick the recipe does make it so that he himself is not necessarily needed for the rest of the series, at least with regards to his main contribution. There are other things later on he's involved in which they could give to other characters, and that is true. But he basically is like, I'm prepared to die if I have to before I head out, and here is what you need. So this will be my final kind of contribution, so to speak, if I am killed. Now that was because, of course, they were messing with the Saviors, and they knew they were in a bad situation, and they weren't doing well. So he figured he might die, so he might do that. So is that the writers kind of making him redundant because Rick already has the recipe, so they don't really need him? Difficult to say. Number 2 is that he did make peace with Abraham, and he became a true survivor, so to speak. So in the last couple episodes, him and Abraham had kind of been at odds. They kind of been, when they went off together there, kind of arguing, and Abraham killing the one zombie that Eugene seemed to have a little bit of trouble with, and he was upset about that because he didn't let him have the chance to actually finish it himself. But afterwards, of course, and into the finale, Abraham does accept Eugene and give him his approval, so to speak, as becoming a true survivor. Of course, our Rick's group, better known as the Survivors in the comic book series, that's the name of the group as a whole. You have the Kingdom, you have, different groups like this, the Saviors. Well, Rick's group is called the Survivors. So at that point, near the end, right before, of course, the Negan first appearance, Eugene does become a survivor, so to speak. He's not just some character there that Abraham's protecting protecting. He's not like one of the Alexandrian type people. He becomes a true survivor at that point. So that's another reason why people could think that, maybe his time is coming to an end because he's finally made peace with Abraham and everything. Number 3 is his story arc for now is complete. So he overcame, this is also related to the other 2 that we've just mentioned, he overcame his fear and he served the group well. So his story arc has kind of, at least with regards to him not being, capable of surviving in the zombie apocalypse, I'd say at this point now, he's gotten to the point where he is a survivor. He is able to do it. He's able to overcome his fear. He's able to kill zombies, maybe with a little bit of trouble, but he's able to do it. He's not just going to run away or get scared and hide in the corner or something. And he has made major contributions to the group, aside from just lying to Abraham and telling him that he's smarter than him and getting knocked out. Number 4 is some people think that Negan walked to his right side, and that would make it very likely that Eugene would be the one to get it, because of course to the right side you do have some really important characters that a lot of us don't think they would kill off at this point, such as Rick, Carl, some of the others that are over there. To me, it seemed like Negan went to his left, but to some people they read it as Negan going to his right. And if that's the way you see it, then I could definitely see that you would think it would be Eugene. So that's pretty much it for the good reasons I can think of. There's probably more you guys can think of if you go through, the last season 6, the last half, and see what else he's had. There's some problems with it, I think. Now, they could choose anybody they want, really. I don't think he's the best choice because I think the emotional impact on the audience and the emotional impact on the characters in the show would not be as drastic as it would be for some of the other characters. And this is a big moment in the television series where a lot of things are about to change, as they already have, of course, with the entrance of the full-on saviors. Now that we get to see them in their entirety. So for me, Eugene is an okay choice. He would have some impact, but he hasn't been with the group since early on in the series. You've got characters like Tara, his closest relationships. Tara's already going to be upset that Denise is dead. So it seems a little redundant there as well. So for me, I personally think that Eugene's probably going to make it. I don't see them picking him. Again, they can pick whoever they want, but I don't think he would be the best candidate in this case for the show, and for the impact that this one's gonna need to have for us waiting the whole summer in the cliffhanger for it to come back. But that's my thoughts. Of course, you guys are entitled to yours, and you can write them in the comments below, and we can go over it and discuss what you guys think. So that'll be it for this one for today. If you guys like the video, kind of a shorter one than usual, go ahead and thumb it up at the bottom right. I always appreciate it. You can share, you can fave, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you want to see the rest of the Case 4 videos, I'm gonna do some more. Probably do one for Michonne, maybe one for Daryl, most likely. And that's it for this one. See you guys again real soon. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. See you guys. You can share, you can favorite, you can subscribe. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.